this is Dr. Young, and I'm going to go over your week 4 assignments. For your first discussion this week, or your only discussion, I don't know why I said that. In some classes I have more than one, I apologize. For this assignment, you're going to read about IBM's training on persuasion. So, basically, they have created a training program that kind of talks about persuasion because of the differences in leadership now versus when it used to be strictly authoritarian. I like how they bring up Mad Men here. If anyone has ever watched that, it's a very good example. But what you're going to do here is talk about IBM's program and consider it in the context of today versus when most businesses had a strictly you do it my way or the highway. It's not like that these days. A lot of times you're not like in this example, you're not managing everyone that you need something from. So when you need someone to do something, you may not be their manager, but you still need them to do it. You've got the cross-functional teams, you've got that kind of structure where you might be a manager with a group, but you need the project that's being worked on is being worked on by people who have maybe many people that have different bosses. So you can't really demand something or require it, but you need that person to collaborate with you. So in that instance, you really do need a different way of motivation there for that person to help you. And that's where this really talks about as far as what are some other things that get people to do something? What are some other things that get people to persuade them to participate in whatever? And it can go for work or a non-work atmosphere or a work atmosphere. Especially this one uses the whole thing about peer pressure, for example. So I want you to think about that. When you're writing this, that's what you're really thinking about. So when and this would also takes you back to the values section of the course in week 1. So everything up until now, make sure that you understand the concepts you've learned up until now because you might be able to apply those to these questions. And, so feel free to do the outer, research beyond what you've learned about. What are some other ways you can you can influence people? I want you to look into that and tell me how you can apply it to this, IBM program. Because they do, like I said, they give you that one bandwagon effect. But there's more things that can make someone want to cooperate with you and work with you. So that's what I want you to focus on for this assignment. The rubrics here, about that. I've already talked about that, but just make sure you're reviewing it for every discussion that you complete. For week 2, I'm sorry if I sound a little strange, but I'm congested. Allergies again, so it's always allergies around here. For week 2, or for assignment 2, you get a choice. You can write about 2 of these leaders on this list. And what you're going to do is write a paper about both of them. You need to find at least 3 to 5 articles. I would lean on the upper end of that, 5, for your best grade. For each leader, you're going to talk about why the individuals are so successful and talk about what theory you think describes their leadership style most effectively. Now, you've read about leadership theories. I want you to obviously going to do more research on those. I would go to the SUO library for that. Make sure that you're not just, I prefer to see library references, not just internet references that you find any, and please don't use about.com or Wikipedia. Those are not reliable. I prefer that you use academically credible sources, and that includes, let's see, hold on, I'm going to go to the library, just in case you probably have already been looking here, but hold on. Am I in the right place? No, I'm not. Sorry, right here. Yeah, just, look for leadership theory articles here. You can just type in, I bet you if I just type in the topic, it will come up with something. Usually I know it's more specific information about what I'm looking for, but, you can find leadership theory articles just by, just looking, researching, just going through here, looking through the pages. So just use the library. It is the better, you're going to get quality references and resources here. Quality articles, journal articles, news articles. I would really prefer that you do that and use that resource, not just, going on the, just going to Google. I mean, and I'm not saying, like Newsweek, Forbes, those are good resources, but not as good as journal resources. So if you could incorporate those, that's what I'm looking for. As far as a quality paper. Okay, well that's really all. I know that you know the APA stuff already, and we've talked about that in previous videos. I know we're ready to wrap this class up. Believe it or not, next week. It sure has gone by very quickly. But if you have any questions about this week, just let me know. Remember that you can call me or text me or email me, but texting is a quick way to get a hold of me, and you can do that anytime. I'm usually available by text all the time. It's easier for me to text than call, but I will absolutely call you back if you need to discuss anything. But if you text me, and if it's a quick question kind of thing, I can text you right back. So I just wanted to remind you of that, and if you, like I said, anything you need, let me know, and have a great week.